What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be doing the Premier League preview of the game between Newcastle United and Manchester City in the Premier League. COVID is taking over once more. There is some doubt about whether this game will go ahead this weekend. There's already been 5 Premier League games. That's half the Premier League fixture calendar postponed already because of COVID. As it stands right now, this game does go ahead at the time of me recording this video. We travel up to Newcastle in the northeast at St James's Park. It's Newcastle United taking on Manchester City. It's kicking off on Sunday, December 19th, 2021 with a recently changed 2 PM kickoff time GMT due to Sky's request. So it was originally 2:15 PM. It's now kicking off at 2 PM. The game is live on Sky Sports. Anyone that is going, do make sure you get your COVID passport ready to get entry into the stadium and you do enjoy yourself. I'll be honest, I am very jealous. But before I do crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, you want to help to support my channel, and do subscribe. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on now. Less than 900 subs away from 22,000 subscribers, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Don't forget also social media links there in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries. Leave a thumbs up as well if you do enjoy this video. Once more, aiming for over 100 likes. That is the like goal. If we could hit that, that would be brilliant. And also don't forget to let me know your thoughts in the comments below, including your score and team prediction for this game. Let's crack on with this video though. Let's talk about our opponents first. Newcastle United. They've been in poor form to say the least this season. Find themselves in 19th place. They're 3 points behind 17th. They're needing points. They're needing wins and quick. There's so much pressure going on at Newcastle right now. It would be a disaster if they were to go down once more. They've had this recent takeover, how they were going to like for like match Manchester City and Chelsea for spending. They were going to make themselves into a force to be reckoned with in England. They need to stay in the Premier League. That has to be the objective this season. Have they got the right appointment in Eddie Howe? Have they got the players, the fight and the grit and the grind to be able to stay in the Premier League? We'll get our answer, I am sure, in May. Have they got the quality? That is the question. They've won just 1 game this season. We're 17 games into the Premier League season. Won once. That is poor. And that win came against Burnley in their last home game, so it's come pretty recently as well. Their form, I feel, for them to stay in the Premier League at St James's Park is crucial. Their home form. They need points. They need to be making sure they're not losing games. They're not losing to the teams around them, and they're on a regular basis, every 2 or 3 games, picking up wins, getting them points and putting other teams under pressure. And Newcastle want to start climbing up and out of the relegation zone. As it is right now, struggling. I'm wondering for this game though whether Newcastle are going to sit deep and hold firm in the hope that Man City may allow some gaps that could be exploited later in the game. I'm wondering whether Newcastle are going to come and try and take the game to City, or whether they'll do what Leeds did with Eddie Howe. He likes to play a nice open expressive football, leaving far too many gaps, which City's midfield and all of our players will be all over if they leave them gaps, yeah, they'll end up being in for a long afternoon. What Newcastle need to make sure they do is cut off them gaps and limit the space for Manchester City. That's what Leeds did wrong, and that's what City found all too easy. It allowed us to have 15 shots on target and come away with 7 goals and win that game 7-0. And if Newcastle aren't careful, you could see something similar here in front of their own fans. They're a passionate bunch up in Newcastle. They will not put up with that, particularly in front of their own fans in their own stadium as well. But all I'm looking for City here, I'll take a dodgy 1-0 win like we did against Wolves, if I'm completely honest, because that gives us another 3 points, pressure onto everybody else, and keeps us top for Christmas. And of course, we do know City are currently sitting in first place in the Premier League. We're in good form. We've won our last 7 Premier League games. I'm confident heading into this game as well. We do have one pretty sticky problem. Pep Guardiola in midweek did travel to Barcelona to be there for Sergio Aguero, who has sadly announced his retirement from football. Very sad news. I was thinking about doing a video and everything, but I've just been very limited for time, unfortunately, this week, so I've not managed to make that video for you guys, but I'll have a nice big tribute during my live stream for this game to show my appreciation to Sergio Aguero. And then Pep Guardiola, he's come back to England. Of course, all staff and all players are all doing their testing for COVID, and Pep's test has come back inconclusive, so we need to do another test. So if that comes back positive, he'll have to isolate and won't be there for this game. If it comes back negative, then Pep Guardiola will be good to go for this game at St James's Park. So I don't know if Pep's going to be in the dugout or not. If he's not in the dugout, I imagine he will be watching the game somewhere. So I wonder if there'll be earpieces and Pep giving instructions, just not there physically. I'm not sure. We will see about that one. Now, in terms of teams for this game, if I'm in charge at Manchester City, I think every single player that started against Leeds deserves to keep their place in the squad. It was perfect. We have a week off coming, so there's no need for constant rotation here. I think the biggest problem we've got is Cancelo's coming. I say it's a problem. It's not a problem. It's a very nice problem to have. We've got Cancelo coming back from suspension. John Stones did a decent job at right back, so he could keep his place and play as a centre back, which means Diaz or Laporte will come out of the team. And I just think that everyone did such a solid job against Leeds that they deserve to start in this game. But with Cancelo coming back, you're not going to not start Joao Cancelo, who's obviously now just had a little break because of the suspension. We'll see. It does allow Kyle Walker to have a little rest as well. So we'll see. I quite like the system that we went with Leeds. It was unpredictable. It was fresh. It was new. So I'm wondering if we might just try that on Newcastle. Keeps Newcastle guessing. It makes it hard for them to prepare for Manchester City, and particularly with them playing on Thursday and then on Sunday, they're having 2 days less rest than Manchester City. So City have 2 extra days, not only of rest, but 2 days of preparation for this game as well, whereas Newcastle, they're going to be limited to hours rather than days, preparing for a hard, excruciating game against Manchester City after just playing a game against Liverpool as well. It's the 2 worst games that really Newcastle could have had in a busy December schedule as well. Now, Newcastle, for them, they did lose that game against Liverpool at Anfield by 3-1. They scored, they didn't get battered, so they're giving a good account of themselves there, but they're looking for points, and it's getting to a point in their season where anything other than picking up points and picking up wins just isn't good for them. They need wins. That's what they're looking for. They need points, and normally it's a free hit against a team that's sitting in first if you're fighting relegation. They're at a point where they're needing something here against Manchester City, because the longer that this little barren run goes of them not picking up wins goes on, the more difficult it's going to be for them to stay up in the Premier League. Like I said, they did win their last home game, so it's given them a fighting chance. They need now to build on that. Now, in terms of their team and what I'm expecting to see from Newcastle, I'm expecting to see Dubravka starting in goal. I'm expecting to see Shah and Lascelles starting as their centre-backs, Jamal Lewis as left-back, and Menquilo on the right-hand side. Murphy, Fraser, they could be starting perhaps. I'm wondering who's going to be starting up top as well. Could it well be Saint-Maximan? Might they move him out wide? Possibly, maybe, I'm not sure. They tend to play with like a midfield 3, so I'm just wondering how they're going to approach this. I'd have thought they'd go with an extra man in the middle, which probably does mean that one of Saint-Maximan or Callum Wilson probably will miss out on this game. In their last game against Liverpool, John Joe Shelby, Joe Linton, they all started, but they had some decent players on the bench like Callum Wilson, like Matt Ritchie, Joe Willock as well, decent players that they can be relied upon to possibly even come into the starting 11 for them. To me, all depends on who starts. To me, I think they'd be crazy not to start Alan Saint-Maximan. To me, he is the danger man here. We need to be careful of him. Callum Wilson as well, he's pretty lethal in front of goal. He's got a good finish on him, and the space for them 2 players needs limiting, and they always have the option of overlaps, so players like Fraser could cause problems, like Murphy, so that's what City need to be careful of here, and just making sure that we're doing everything like we normally do. If we just play our normal game, I'm confident we can come out with a victory for this game. Now, it's all about how this game goes when this game is going on. If City can do what we normally do, which is scoring first, I fancy us to be able to do that as well, then I can see Newcastle's heads dropping, and I can see City going on to get 1 or 2 goals in quick succession on top of that, and that game then will be done, and it'll be game over. And what City are playing for here is we need to be playing catch up with Liverpool on goal difference. So if we put ourselves in a position where if we get 2 or 3 before half time without Newcastle finding the back of the net, then I'd be looking in the second half like like we did against Leeds, not making them changes and really putting Newcastle to the sword and looking for a really big result, because like I said, we've made a good dent into that goal difference. We now need to play catch up to Liverpool, and if we can get there by winning by 4, 5, 6 goals, that would be fantastic and a really good way for us to head into the busy Christmas schedule which is coming up. So I am anticipating Newcastle here, to sit tight. Surely they're not going to give us the space that Leeds did. They're going to have less possession. It's all about how can they constrict Manchester City, and what do they do? It really is a difficult task. They're playing in my opinion, the two best Premier League teams consecutively in 3 days. That is so difficult. I wouldn't be happy with that schedule. I remember City back in the end of September to beginning of October having a really busy week where we was playing away matches, 3 consecutive away matches against Chelsea, against PSG and against Liverpool, and that was brutal on us, and so this is brutal on Newcastle as well. So I'm anticipating they're going to try and sit as deep as they can to try and absorb, but I just don't think that's Eddie Howe's forte. I just don't think that's his strength, and if they do that, I can see City finding that space and finding the goals, and as long as we show a clinical touch in front of goal, I'm confident we can go on to win this game. Like I said, we have had 2 days extra rest. That could be crucial come the full-time result here. City will be fresh and raring to go. I'm going for Manchester City to win this game by 3-0. I can see City keeping a clean sheet. I can see City finding a few goals, 2 or 3 goals. I wouldn't rule out Manchester City maybe even scoring more, depending on how the first 15-20 minutes go in this game. For Newcastle, they do need to frustrate Manchester City. That is where they can either come flying out the blocks and look for that first goal in the first 5 or 10 minutes, or they can look to frustrate and look to capitalise upon mistakes like what Crystal Palace did at the Etihad Stadium. But I'm tipping City here to win by 3-0. My betting tip for this game, I'm going for Jack Grealish to bag a goal again. He looked like he had a point to prove against Leeds. He looked sharp, he looked good, he grabbed himself a goal, and if he starts in this game, I'm backing him again to score once more. So yeah, I'm going for him to score any time, and I also fancy Phil Foden to grab the first goal in this game. That's what my betting tips are for this game. Do remember to wait until the teams have been announced before placing any bets on any individual players. Last thing you want to do is place a bet on a player that ends up not starting in this game. And if you are going to gamble, do remember to gamble responsibly, and when the fun stops, stop. So lastly, going to pop up my team prediction now for you guys. Going for Ederson in goal, Cancelo to come in for John Stones. He's the unlucky man here to miss out. I'm going for Diaz and Laporte as our centre-backs, Zinchenko as my left-back, Rodri, Bernardo and De Bruyne to be started in this game, and Mahrez on the right-hand side, Grealish on the left-hand side, and Phil Foden going through the middle. So near enough the same team that beat Leeds. To me, they deserve to keep their place, and like I said, Stones is the unlucky man to miss out. I can see if City do want to go along squad rotation, Gundogan, Sterling, Jesus, all to possibly start in this game. I wouldn't rule out seeing Nathan Ake not only featuring but could well start in this game as well. Fresh from his goal, helped Manchester City towards a clean sheet. He was great on them set pieces, and that is definitely an asset that City could look towards. Having someone that's good in the air, getting them powerful headers in for us, and accurate as well, is another dimension for us to go down when trying to score goals. So anybody that is going, do enjoy yourself. Newcastle is a great city to visit. Do make sure you stay safe. Do make sure you do have a lot of fun as well. And I will see you guys for my live watch along. The link may already be out. It will be out pretty soon for you guys to go and set your reminder for. Like I said, it's very busy. All things with JSGC, with lots of things going on, so I'm just going to be putting out things when I can put things out for you guys. If that's early, then it's early. If it's late, it's late. I do apologise for that one, but I was originally going to go live at 1:45 PM GMT on Sunday for my live watch along. I'll be going live now at 1:30 PM GMT on Sunday for you guys for the live watch along. It's a 2 PM kickoff now, not 2:15. That's been changed due to Sky Sports request, so the game is 2 PM. I'll be going live at 1:30 PM. In permutations for this game, Liverpool, they're 1 point behind Manchester City at this moment in time. They play after us, playing against Tottenham Hotspur away from home. That's also on Sky Sports Super Sunday. Chelsea are playing at the same time. They're 4 points behind us after drawing on Thursday at home to Everton. A blow for them. They're away from home too. They're facing Wolves. So a big Sunday in terms of opening up the title race. Who knows what's happening? Everyone is away. Hopefully it'll be just as exciting, and hopefully City can come out on top. Liverpool and Chelsea, they drop points and City end up picking up a win. What a great Christmas present that would be. Let's go. So there we go. That's been the video. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy this video, let me know by leaving a thumbs up. That does let me know that you did enjoy this video. We're aiming for 100 likes, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Don't forget also to leave your thoughts in the comments below, including your score and team prediction for this game. Subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Aiming for 22k subscribers, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. And social media links, they're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business enquiries. And I'll see you all again very soon. Hopefully, fingers crossed, this game does go ahead. We do have Pep in the dugout for this game, and it'll be all systems go for Manchester City. So I'll see you then. So I've been JSGC. Stay tuned for my live stream. I'll see you 1:30 PM GMT on Sunday for this game if it does go ahead. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.